What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So, what an interesting week. Many things happened, many obstacles, many challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. Not going to go too much into detail because they're not things that really need to be discussed for the message to be delivered. Just understand that there were things that kind of got me down in the dumps a little bit there. And the process usually for me whenever I'm going through some a challenge or a setback is usually I let the emotions come. I let them, I experience them. I don't try to stop them or lie to myself and say that I'm not experiencing them. Whatever the emotions are, I let them come and I process them, and then I start to get my motivation on, get my positive energy on. So simply, I lose $500, and it's like, okay, well, woe is me. Why is this happening to me, kind of thing? And then, within that time frame, I just start to redirect and like, well, at least it wasn't 1,000, or we're gonna make that 500 back, or something like that, right? We're not gonna let this break me. And sometimes this happens quickly. Sometimes this process takes a while, but either way, that's usually my process. During this process, this time, I had my setback. I let my emotions happen, and then I started to process them, and then I started to bring myself back up. I started my motivation, right? Like, let's get it. We're gonna come back. Let's start to take the action that we need to protect ourselves from any further damage, so forth and so on. The interesting thing that happened, and this doesn't happen often, but it did happen this time, was why I was going through these setbacks and obstacles. I heard a voice say, talk that shit now. And I apologize because I don't normally use foul language, but I have to deliver it the way it was given to me. The voice said, talk that shit now. And I was silent because I didn't know where it's coming from. Like, is this the enemy mocking me? Is this me turning on myself and having self doubt? And as I got quiet, I heard the voice say, yeah, that's what I thought. You're not going to talk that shit now, are you? And I said to myself, yeah, I am. And the voice said, what? And I said it louder, yeah, I am. And I kept saying it louder and louder and louder. And whether it was meant for it to be mocking me, whether it was meant to disparage me or discourage me, or whether it was meant to motivate me, I'm going to talk that shit now. While I'm going through disappointments, while I'm going through setbacks, when people are failing to be there for me, I'm going to talk that shit now. When I'm unsure and uncertain of my future, when I don't know exactly how we're going to get out of this, but I know that we are, I'm going to talk that shit now. And I'm going to talk it more fiercely than if I was having a good time and if everything was going according to plan and those people were there for me and stuff wasn't going crazy. A lot of times, right when we're at the end of the journey, when the game is almost over, when the finish line is in sight, is when things really start to get chaotic, when things really start to get fierce. A wise man said, an enemy doesn't attack you unless you're a threat to it. So I take this as I'm doing my job. I take this as I am a threat. I take this as I do have power. And no matter how dark it gets, I'm going to continue to talk my shit. I'm going to continue to do my thing. I'm not going to be quiet or start to go into my shell just because I'm going through hard stuff or sit there and think, what is it that I could have done better or should have done better? No, I'm going to keep pressing forward. The past is the past and I'll learn from it. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk that shit as if I already got the championship belt on my shoulder, as if I'm already in the winner's circle, as if I'm already hosting that trophy above my head. And I want you to know when you see me celebrating that it wasn't no overnight success. and it didn't come easy. I had to grind, struggle, persevere, and hustle to get where I'm at now. When you see me in that winner circle and I'm there, and you see me over there boasting and bragging and doing my thing, just know I didn't wait to get into the winner circles to act like a winner. I acted like a winner when people called me a loser. I acted like a winner when I felt like a loser, when there was obstacle and setback after setback after setback. I was still there and I was still talking my shit. So that's what I say to you today. No matter what happens to you, no matter what's going on around you, no matter if things are going perfectly or if you're experiencing a setback and challenge, talk your shit. Speak those things into existence. They're going to take it like you're bragging or that you're cocky or that you're daydreaming. Well, it all starts with thoughts. Then thoughts becomes words and words become actions. Talk yo shit. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll keep you in mine. Endure, believe, rise.